honestly believe, by the grace of God, I was not killed that night. And I don't remember driving that night. And I don't remember anything until just about the instant that the car crashed and that everything snapped. And all the things that had happened before, the humiliating events, all the drunk nights, and all the different like life lessons that kind of you learn, they weren't really getting through to me. Even then, all that crash did was just got me to stop drinking. And I haven't drank since then, but still, I didn't get my heart right with God. What happened was, I used that to not drink. But still, other things in my life, as far as my addictive personality, still took over. Drinking was a big issue for me. But then the next thing that came on was just my selfishness. Also, I was still chasing girls, but I was more seeking like my own success, my own, fame, I guess you could call it, on a small scale, I guess. But I moved to North Carolina, and I'd kind of had enough of Santa Cruz, even though it's my home and where everything is. And I moved to North Carolina to live with my best friend, and that's when I wrote my song Long Suffering. And I recorded it just before I went to North Carolina, because here I was, again moving, and I was going to change myself. Just because I was moving and all my surroundings were going to change. I was going to go from the West Coast all the way to the East Coast, and everything was going to change. I was going to go over there. My best friend was going to a Christian college over there, and I was going to be surrounded by all these other kids in Bible college, and I was going to be able to just, get right with the Lord, because I know that's what I needed to do. I needed to be right with the Lord, and I needed to have the Lord in my life. And I was right in thinking that, but I was just wrong in thinking of the way to get there, and that I was going to get there on my own. And I flew over there and had all my stuff, and me and my best friend started our own DJ business over there, where we were DJing weddings and clubs and things like that. And I didn't change. I mean, with all my willpower, that I had, my motivation and my momentum into that situation, I still didn't change. And I was still very selfish, and I was still chasing girls, and I was still, kind of doing things when I wanted to do them, and not because I was being obedient. And once again, I was basically convincing people that I was a great person. I couldn't ever get to a place where I felt like I wasn't two-faced. I couldn't ever get to a place where I felt like I wasn't, somewhat lying to people. And only the times when I prayed by myself did I feel like I revealed myself, like when I revealed myself to the Lord. And when I put my head down on the pillow, I would know who I was, and I know exactly like my terrible view of myself, because I didn't like who I was. And that whole season in North Carolina came and went, and nothing really happened. No real change ever came of it. And I came back to Santa Cruz, and felt good that I wasn't drinking, felt good that I had accomplished this big thing in my life, this adventure of going to North Carolina, but still within myself was very conflicted. Just talking with friends and mentors of people that I knew, missionaries that I know, just the more I talked to people, and the more they talked to me and saw the fruits of my life, they were saying, you need to get saved. You need to get for real. You need to get saved. And I said, but I am saved. I was saved when I was a little kid. I said the prayer. I said everything, and I believe that, and I hold on to that, and that I'm saved, and I know I'm saved. I said, but look at the fruits of your life, and look at all these things that you've done. You're trying to survive on your own. You're trying to tread water. And that's not what somebody who's saved is. When you're saved, it means that the Lord is doing it, not you, and that you can't take credit for it. I have to be honest, it's still something that I deal with, and it is still something that I struggle with. And I think that if the Lord was to give me that peace of mind, to give me exactly what I wanted, I would be quick to just go back to myself, to go back to who I was, because I got what I wanted and I'm okay. And now I'm alright. And I think in searching for that peace of mind, He's really made my faith grow. Because it makes me need to trust Him, and every day ask Him, Lord, prove to me that You're real today. And Lord, take me in your hand, because I don't know if I'm all right. I don't trust myself that I'm all right. And one thing that I've prayed about is that, Lord, if I don't feel saved, like, do you still want me to help out? Do you still want me? Because I remember when Danny asked me, he said, dude, I'm looking to start this surf church here in Santa Cruz, and I'm looking for I'm looking for people who would be into helping me out. And I didn't even tell him then. I didn't tell him that I didn't feel saved, but I wanted to convince him that I was a good guy and I was okay. And I said that I'll think about it. And I went home and I prayed, and I asked the Lord if He still wanted me to be part of this, even though I didn't feel at peace with myself and the state of my soul. And the Lord didn't tell me no. And I came to the first home groups, and I helped out with service and doing sound and moving stuff around and different things like that. Not a whole lot of big things. I mean, if I wasn't around, everything would be cool, but I'm still here to help. And the Lord never shut me down on things like that to be available, and there's no reason why I needed to be like some kind of perfect monk before I helped out. And it just kind of shows that the Lord can work through people like that, and can work through people like me. And but I don't know, we're all in process, and we're not all finished. None of us are finished at all, and we're never going to be finished unless, there's no unless. We're not finished. From here on out, I'm still going to be in process, and the guy next to me is still going to be in process, and you, whoever I'm pointing to in the crowd, is still going to be in process. And I'm glad you're here.